Let me ask you something. What if the reason your life hasn't changed yet has nothing to do with what you're doing and everything to do with who you believe you are? Because I see this all the time. People are trying to change their life. They're working on their mindset. They're visualizing. They're doing all the things they've been told to do. But they're doing it from the same version of themselves that created the life they're trying to change. And that's why nothing shifts. Because you don't get what you want, you get what you believe you are. And once you really see that, everything starts to make sense. Why you can feel motivated one day and then the next day you're right back in the same patterns. Why you can know what to do but still not do it. Why you can want something so badly but feel like something keeps pulling you back. That's not you failing, that's identity. Identity is the real creator of your life. Not just your thoughts, not just your actions, but who you are being on a daily basis. Because your identity determines everything, it determines how you think, how you feel, what to expect, what you tolerate, and most importantly, what you believe is possible for you. So, if deep down your identity is, I struggle, it doesn't matter how many times you say, I want abundance, you're going to keep recreating struggle. Not because you're doing it wrong, but because you're being the same person. You don't get what you want. You get what you are. And this is why people feel like they're going in circles, because they'll have moments where they feel aligned, they feel clear, they feel powerful, and then suddenly, boom, right back in old thoughts, old emotions, old habits. And it feels confusing, but it's actually very simple. You stepped outside of your identity and your system pulled you back. You're self-sabotaging yourself. Why do you always do this? And here's where this goes even deeper. Your identity isn't just in your mind, it's in your body. It's in your emotional patterns, it's in your reactions, it's in what feels normal to you. So you can sit there and say, I want to be confident, but if your body is used to shrinking, holding back, doubting yourself, that identity is still running the show. You can't just think differently, you have to start being differently. So what do you actually do with this? Well, it starts with awareness. You have to start noticing, who am I being right now? Not who you want to be, who are you actually showing up as every day? And then in those moments where you catch the old version, you interrupt it, not by forcing, but by choosing something different. You ask yourself, if I was already the version of me I want to become, how would I think right now? How would I act right now? And then you do that, even if it feels uncomfortable. You want to be rich. You want abundance in your life. Well, how would you act with unlimited resources at your hands? How would you speak? Start embodying that now. Start speaking as if it has already been. That discomfort, my friends, is the signal that you are changing. And there's going to be a phase where this feels weird, where you don't fully feel like your old self anymore, but you don't fully feel like the new version yet either. That in-between space, that's where most people quit because it feels uncertain. But that's actually where everything is happening. That's where the shift is locking in. And this is exactly what the return is about. It's not about becoming someone new. It's about removing everything that made you believe you weren't already powerful. And it's about seeing through the identity you've been living and consciously choosing a new one again and again until it becomes natural, until it becomes who you are. So, if your life hasn't changed yet, don't look at what you're doing, look at who you're being. Because the moment your identity shifts, your reality follows. Not because you forced it, but because it has to. Start today, start choosing differently. And if you're ready to go deeper into this, I invite you into the return. Because your next life isn't something you chase, it's something you become.